Hello viewers, when Georgie asks about all the talk of California, Mary explains that she plans to visit Sheldon for Christmas. More than that, she was hoping Georgie, Mandy, and CeeCee would come along. Georgie acknowledges that it's a thoughtful invitation, but he gently declines. He explains that he can't take time off work, which puts an end to that discussion, at least for now. Meanwhile, Audrey shares Mary's plans with Jim, framing it as a silver lining. With Mary gone, they'd have CeeCee all to themselves. Then Audrey pivots, expressing frustration that they never seem to take trips as a family anymore. She suggests doing something special, maybe taking everyone to the beach and staying in a hotel. Jim doesn't immediately shut the idea down, but he doesn't fully commit either. Instead, he tells Audrey to let him think about it. That evening, over dinner, Mandy raises a concern that many parents will recognize immediately. She suggests that the family go easy on gifts for CeeCee, worrying that too much indulgence could spoil her. Audrey agrees but quickly shifts the focus to something else: holiday plans. She nudges Jim to break the news, and after some hesitation, he announces that they're all going to Miami for Christmas. Connor reacts exactly how you'd expect. He points out that they go there every year, clearly unimpressed by the lack of novelty. Audrey asks if he might want to try something different for once, which only irritates him further. Connor snaps back that it's like she doesn't even know him. Audrey then turns her attention to Georgie and Mandy, asking if they'd like to come along. Georgie explains that he was planning to keep the store open, while Mandy adds that she intended to stay close to the station in case they needed her to fill in. Audrey is clearly frustrated, unable to understand why no one seems excited about the trip. Connor observes that it sounds like Audrey is the only one who actually wants to go, which she denies, though not very convincingly. Later, Mandy pulls Georgie aside and asks him if they're being selfish by hesitating. Georgie doesn't think so, but Mandy admits she's having second thoughts. She realizes the station likely won't call her in anyway, and the idea of spending time together on the beach is becoming more appealing. She points out that they rarely get genuine family time. After some thought, Georgie agrees. They decide to go. Breaking the news to Ruben proves to be more difficult. Ruben is clearly upset when he learns that Georgie is going on vacation while he's stuck working. Georgie tries to explain that staying open during Christmas still makes sense financially, but that he won't be there for it. To soften the blow, Georgie offers to work the next holiday instead. Ruben immediately tests that promise by asking if Georgie will take Valentine's Day. Georgie hesitates and admits that won't work for him. That's the final straw for Ruben. Frustrated, he suggests that maybe he should just close the store altogether and go spend Christmas with his family instead. Around the same time, Mandy calls the station to let them know she won't be available as a fill-in due to the trip. That's when she gets unexpected news. The weeknight weather girl has caught lice from her child. Suddenly, Mandy's availability becomes very important. She rushes to tell Jim, hoping he might be willing to postpone the trip by a couple of days. Jim refuses, explaining that everything has already been booked. Mandy presses the issue, insisting she wouldn't ask if it weren't important. She frames it as a Christmas gift to her, rebooking the trip so she can take advantage of this opportunity. Jim counters that the trip itself is the gift. Mandy points out that it's a gift for everyone, not just her, and that his gift to her could be rearranging the plans. When Mandy tells Georgie about the situation, he's confused. He thought they were all set. She explains that she has an opportunity to work, but Georgie isn't nearly as excited about it as she is. She suggests she could give up 2 days of work to be with her family, and Georgie agrees immediately. But Mandy quickly clarifies, she's not actually giving up those 2 days. She plans to leave later than everyone else. Elsewhere, Audrey vents her frustration, complaining that she can't believe Jim gave in to Mandy. She admits she's not even sure why they wanted to take this trip anymore. Jim snaps back, saying there is no we. This was entirely her idea. Connor, caught in the middle, makes a sharp observation about how children suffer when parents fight before walking away. Back at the shop, Mary calls Georgie in desperation, saying Missy is driving her crazy. Georgie asks what's going on, and Mary wonders if Missy could stay with him for Christmas instead. Georgie is confused. What happened to the California trip? Missy grabs the phone and explains that Mary wants her to stay somewhere called Pasadena. Georgie mentions he's going to Miami with the McAllisters, which only makes Missy more upset. She reminds him that when she asked about Christmas earlier, he said he'd be working. Georgie insists he didn't know about the trip at the time and that it was a gift from the McAllisters. When Missy realizes he's going to the beach, she begs him to take her with him. Georgie hesitates, saying it's not his place to invite her. Still, he feels bad enough to bring it up with the McAllisters. Audrey is immediately skeptical, asking if he really wants to bring an angry teenage girl on their vacation. Georgie defends Missy, saying she's only rude to their mother and is actually very sweet. Audrey suggests Missy could babysit CeeCee, but Georgie shuts that idea down quickly. He's not comfortable leaving his daughter with Missy. As the family sets off for the airport, tensions flare. Traffic delays push everyone's patience to the limit, and arguments break out in the car. By the time they arrive in Miami, expectations are already worn thin, only to be further disappointed when it starts raining. Connor tries to lighten the mood by singing a humorous version of The 12 Days of Christmas to CeeCee, managing to get a few smiles. Meanwhile, the episode cuts to Ruben, who makes a decision of his own. Instead of staying behind, he closes the shop and joins his family in Mexico. And that's where the episode comes to a close. Everyone scattered in different directions, plans altered, frustrations unresolved, but with small moments of warmth peeking through the chaos. Don't forget to like, share and comment on our channel Bullseye Movies for more reviews.